Green Bay Packers, they was on a hot streak. They was definitely on a hot streak at first, but they started cooling off. You know what I mean? They started cooling off. Their defense started cooling off.
Yeah.
Their record, I believe, I don't know if I think they 2-1-1 right now because they had a tie with the Dallas Cowboys and then they lost to the Browns.
Yeah.
They beat Detroit. Yeah, they beat Detroit and they beat somebody. So I think they 2-1-1 right now.
Yeah.
And the Pittsburgh Steelers, I believe they only lost one game as well, if I'm not mistaken. I believe they only lost one game. But the Pittsburgh Steelers, they looking good. Normally the Pittsburgh Steelers always look good towards the beginning of the season, but then they start tailing off at the end of the season, and they've been like that for like the last 3 years.
I just think their problem always been, and I'm pretty sure a lot of Steelers fans will probably agree with me. And I worked with a Steelers fan when one time the last season and 2 seasons ago. Yeah. And he was telling me about when they had who they had 2 years ago. It was, I know his name is tip of my tongue.
You're not talking about Russell Wilson.
No, he was on our team.
Kenny Pickett,
yes. Oh, when they had Kenny Pickett, he was like okay, but he wasn't like a solidified quarterback for him.
Yeah.
And that's just was their problem. I felt like they needed a consistent quarterback that's to pass that ball and read the defense a little bit more experience wise. And I just think them picking up Aaron Rodgers always felt, now Aaron Rodgers is not how he used to be, but he's still that quarterback that could not like I said, once again, not probably like how he used to be, but he still got experience to know how to understand defense, and get that ball out when it needs to be. But, he be having his hiccups too. But out of all the quarterbacks they've been having for the couple of seasons now, I feel like he's the one that's, showing that's a little bit more better for him.
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers is doing good. You know what I'm saying? He's a little bit slow because he's an older quarterback.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
but you know what I mean. He's still doing good. So
you saw them doing the what's that? Aaron Rodgers, the tush, the brotherly shove, tush push, whatever you want to call it.
I did not see that.
Yo, they did it. But Aaron Rodgers stayed back. Aaron Rodgers, I'm not about to get involved in that. He was in the backfield. He put it like,
I gotta watch that. I gotta watch that.
Yeah, they did it, and then they succeed. But Aaron Rodgers wasn't going. He wasn't going to be beat for that.
Yeah, real quick before we wrap this up, let's just talk just a brief bit about Philadelphia. As I said before, we got to put together a whole game. You know what I mean? 1 minute we are cooked in the first half, but then the second half we good.
Yeah.
But then. The next minute we good in the first half, but then we cooked in the second half. So we have yet to put a complete game together. Kevin Patullo, which is the offensive coordinator, he is not creative at all. He is not running schemes for A.J. Brown. It's the same routes. It's either a slant, a comeback, or a go ball. With Saquon Barkley, he's doing the same run plays, just running up the middle, not creative at all. And like I said, it reminds us of the 2023 season with Brian Johnson, how he wasn't creative at all on the offense. And this is a bunch of stuff going on. I just want to keep it brief. It's a bunch of stuff going on with A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts, and a lot of people speculating that they might not be friends. They just work buddies at this point. They were best friends, but now they just work buddies, and it's just a bunch of frustration going on in the offense. Mm-hmm. So
same old.
Yeah. So hopefully we can pick it up, you know what I mean, and we can get the ball rolling. That's it. That's all I got on Philly.
Yeah, what I would say a little bit on it is like everything you said, I agree with. The thing about like what I kind of getting so much tired of hearing, and you're gonna hear it because it's the same old narrative that's been going on for every season. Is a lot of people is trying to put a lot of this blame on how our offense is looking on Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
And they not understanding, like, one, compared to a lot of these quarterbacks is out there, and I'm gonna put Cam Newton in this conversation right now because
listen, I'm about to, you know what, towards the end of this video, I got something for Cam.
Yeah. So like, and all these game changes and all these other talks that he be talking about, he comparing Jalen Hurts to all these other quarterbacks and what they are asking them to do and not him to do. And when I'm looking at him, is looking at things in one track minded, in a one track way. Mm-hmm. They not asking him to do those things that you're saying, like passing the ball constant and getting those passing yardage, but doesn't mean they not asking them to do any other things. What people is not understanding is that like quarterback position is not surrounded around passing. Passing is not the only attribute for a quarterback. Yes, it's probably the number one important thing, but you could be a quarterback that only could pass, but don't have the other attributes that you need. That he talking about game changer or a game management, but why can't that make him elite at? Why can't he be one of the elite as managing a game? Is it a quarterback that don't know how to manage the game? It doesn't matter if they could pass the ball, but if they manage that game wrong, they gonna lose.
Yeah.
And that's why a lot of these quarterbacks he's keep naming always choke. One thing, and I'm in it with this, that I could say that those other quarterbacks doesn't have better than Jalen Hurts. And Patrick Mahomes, you can argue. I know there's a lot of referee debates and all that, but Patrick Mahomes, you can argue because I have seen him did it. But other than him, these other quarterbacks, they always choke when the moments arise. A lot of like, if you get one drive, that's all you got. Like one drive. And I said it before dealing with that last year with the Bills and the Chiefs game. When Patrick Mahomes went down the field and he scored, that was like, okay, I scored. Let me see you do it. You got a minute. You got a minute over a little bit over a minute to 2 minutes.
Yeah.
You got one drive. If you don't win, it's this all you got. If you don't score in this drive, it's over.
It's over.
Oh my gosh.
Can you do it? Can you do it?
That part.
And all those quarterbacks he keep naming always choke when it's time for them to do it. But what do Jalen Hurts? What do Jalen Hurts do? When do Jalen Hurts do when he come in when that clutch time? Out of all of those quarterbacks, who I would trust Jalen Hurts in those moments. Oh, damn, we got one drive. Oh, you can't mess up. We got to score here. You can't. We need you to come in the clutch and put the team on your back and win this game. He does that. Okay? That's way better than his other quarterbacks. So why can't he be elite for being the most clutch quarterback? Why his passing yard got to be the only thing you focus on? He's clutch in everything else, though. So it's more to that.
For more clips, make sure you visit the YouTube channel at DSTV103 for the full video, man. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel at DSTV103, man. You already